My dear friends, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. And this is actually the Shabbat that immediately precedes Hanukkah, which begins on Sunday evening. The first candle of the 8 days of Hanukkah. And in this week's portion, Vayeshev, we read about the story of Joseph. And Joseph, this young boy, a great dreamer with big ideas and big plans. Circumstances, his brothers try to stop his wild dreams and his getting out of line, at least in their assessment, from the commitment, the dedication that Judaism requires. But as the story plays out, though they sold him to slavery and to get rid of him forever, there was something special happening behind the scenes. And Joseph's life was going down a trajectory, which we will find out next week, how he ultimately becomes the viceroy of Egypt, the greatest position in the world at that time, as Egypt was a superpower. And it's very fascinating that a word that is so common for us to use, Hatzlacha Rabbi, great success, Matzliach, to be a successful person. The first time in the Torah we find this word is connected to Joseph. Though he wasn't the first Jew, and his father, grandfather, great-grandfather, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were all successful. But actually the word success, Hatzlacha, Matzliach, is only found by Yosef. And why is that? Because Yosef understood very well, as being the fourth generation of the Jew, once the Jewish people had been solidified in their faith, in their connection, Yaakov's desire, though he was away for 20 years, was to come back home quickly. He doesn't want to stay away anymore. He wants to go back to the cocoon, to the bubble of Jewish life. But Yosef, when he rises to power and reveals himself to his brother, he invites his brothers and his father to come down to Egypt, to come to his world. Because Yosef understood that we Jewish people have a bigger mission than just to maintain our faith and our commitment to ourselves. We have to simply transform the world. We have to bring God to everyone in the world. We have to bring God to every place that is worthy, according to the Torah, of being permeated and infused with godliness. And that's what Joseph was dreaming about, and that's what he set out to do. And those endeavors, God says, Hatzlacha, because God will reward you and will make you successful when you're doing the right thing and when you're following what he wants from you. But when you take on God's true mission, which is why did God make a world? Not just for you individually, but for the entirety of society to be transformed. Then success is at a different level. The success of what you're able to accomplish, your reach, the success of your endeavors, material as well, business. This all happens when you go beyond. And this is the story of Hanukkah as well. How did one candle light for 8 days? Because the Jewish people were not just committed to maintain their Jewish way of life. They were committed immediately to rekindle the menorah of the Beit HaMikdash, the only part of the Beit HaMikdash whose main purpose was to light up the outside world. The altar was to deal with each individual, to give them a chance to get closer to God, to repent. The ark represented what was treasured for us in a very holy, special place, only entered once a year by the Kohen Gadol. But the menorah was lit so that the light can go out from the temple to the great world. And that is why the Hanukkah menorah, the only part of the temple that is still marked today in the real way, is the menorah that we light on Hanukkah. Because the menorah is about transforming the world. The menorah is for the outside world as much as it is for us. And that's when you see Hatzlacha. So the Jewish people committed to light the menorah first. God said one candle can light 8 days. So too it is for us. when we stand up as a Jew, and we don't just try to blend in and hold on, but we go proudly as a Jew and share the beautiful values and let people see how we're serious about our Judaism, and we're not shy to wear a kippah, and we are not shy to have tzitzis hanging out, and we're not shy to say we're taking off early because it's Shabbat today, and in the winter time it starts early and we have to be home in time to get ready for Shabbat and welcome God's day, and so on and so forth. That's when you start seeing Hatzlacha Rabbi. That's when you're seeing tremendous success. You become an Ish Matzliach. So may all of us have that Hatzlacha, that tremendous success, to be that burning light for the world. And God bless you all. Candle lighting time in Montreal, 3:53 p.m. We love you all. Shabbat Shalom.